Welcome to FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin, and today we're going to be talking about some more news on the fourth closet graphic novel. Guess what? Fazbear Frights graphic novels, and also an updated version of the Freddy Files. Lots of book news today. So starting off with the fourth closet graphic novel, we've seen some pages, some of the character designs, but we haven't actually seen the cover of the book. But now we have. So here's the cover. We can see the text of the fourth closet is in gold, so that's pretty cool. Top left, we've got Baby, or Charlie. I think it's like a baby version of Charlie, like Charlie's final form or something like that. I didn't actually read the book. We can see that. It looks pretty cool. Top right, we've got Springtrap. Bottom left, we've got Funtime Freddy, except he's missing Bon Bon, so that's very sad. We already knew he was going to be missing Bon Bon, because in the previews for the book that I was talking about earlier, we did see Funtime Freddy, and he was missing Bon Bon. Also, his colors were a bit more like the extras menu version of Funtime Freddy, so that's a little weird. But I guess it makes sense the designs would be a little different than they are in the games, because the book universe is different from the in-game universe. Bottom right, we've got Mangle. I don't know why Mangle's here. I thought this was Sister Location. I didn't actually read the book, like I said, so I don't know how Mangle fits into the lore. And then in the middle, we've got John. I think that's his name. These graphic novels, I think it's very cool to get graphic novels for all these books, like the Silver Eyes and the Twisted Ones. I didn't actually read this book. I have the Silver Eyes and the Twisted Ones, just didn't read them. But then the graphic novels came out, and those were pretty cool, because I don't like reading, but the graphic novels are much easier to read. Also, there are cool pictures. We get to see the designs of the characters. These designs on the cover are actually different from the poster that we've seen for the fourth closet. The Baby design's different. Springtrap, I think it looked more like Scrap Trap, and then Mangle looked more like Nightmare Mangle, but fixed. We have seen a lot of art for different books that isn't actually accurate to the in-game or in-book descriptions of the characters. Like how we got this preview with Fetch and Greg, and the image of Greg isn't actually accurate to the in-book description of Greg. So we have seen different art for the different books be not actually accurate to the in-game descriptions. So this could be another thing like that, how that poster wasn't accurate to how they're actually supposed to look in the book, and this is what they're actually supposed to look like, which would explain why Mangle looks more like FNaF 2 Mangle and not Nightmare Mangle. But yeah, pretty excited for this to come out. I pretty much know nothing about the fourth closet, so that's a big part of lore that I'll finally be able to know about. But now onto a different series of FNaF books, the Fazbear Frights books, but we are still talking about graphic novels, because we saw this. The hashtag FNaF publishing saga continues, as Scholastic has announced that the Fazbear Frights series will be released as graphic novel adaptations beginning in summer 2021. So in about a year from now, each volume will include stories from different Fazbear Frights titles, kicking off with Into the Pit, To Be Beautiful, and Out of Stock, which is strange. That's a little interesting. I would have expected them to just take the books themselves and make them into graphic novels, instead of taking different stories from each one and making them into, like, different books of 3. Because, like, Into the Pit, the first one, came with 3 stories, Into the Pit, To Be Beautiful, and then Count the Ways. So it's weird that they would take the first 2 from the first book, and then a third one from a different book. I don't know, it's a little weird to me. But I still think it's pretty cool. We're going to get graphic novel versions of the books. Also, we're going to see what these characters look like. A few of the characters we know what they look like Into the Pit Spring Bonnie, Eleanor, and also Count the Ways Funtime Freddy. I mean, we don't really know what he looks like except for the inside of him. So now we get to see the designs of different characters from the series, like the Out of Stock Plush Trap. I think he's supposed to be like a smaller plush trap with like human eyes and human teeth. And also, generally, his design is probably going to be a bit different than Plush Trap from the games. So that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm excited to see all the designs of all the different characters. So yeah, in about a year, starting summer 2021, we're going to start getting graphic novels for the Fazbear Frights books, so that's pretty cool. Now on to our final topic. It is again books, but it's not stories, it's not graphic novels, it is the Freddy Files. So Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Guide and AFK book, media tie-in by Scott Cawthon, series Five Nights at Freddy's. Synopsis: fans won't want to miss the ultimate guide to Five Nights at Freddy's, bursting with theories, lore, and insights from the games, books, and more. This all-encompassing guidebook concentrates material from the Freddy Files Updated Edition and adds over 100 pages of new content exploring Help Wanted, Curse of Dreadbear, Fazbear Frights, the novel trilogy, and more. Sadly, it doesn't mention Security Breach, so I guess we're not going to have Security Breach in this book. Maybe we'll get another updated version later on. But yeah, that's just a little disappointing. Fans hungry for fresh Five Nights at Freddy's lore can sink their teeth into this massive guidebook packed with mythology, gameplay, and secrets to help unwind the twisted mysteries lurking behind the smiling face of Fazbear Entertainment. Delving into each game, players can map the animatronics' paths, learn how timed elements of the games work, and discover how to trigger unique events. So so I'm guessing that's like Easter eggs or something like that. Or like how in Help Wanted there's the secret ending with Glitch Trap and you do certain stuff, press buttons, and then it brings you to that secret room where you're like in a locked area, you open the door, Glitch Trap's like shh and walks away. I'm guessing that's what it means, stuff like that. Special sections throughout highlight FNaF fans' most talked about topics, from the alternate ending in Help Wanted, like I just said, and Curse of Dreadbear, that's like the mask, the Vanny mask in Corn Maze, to the new technology introduced in Fazbear Frights, to the ways the Easter eggs, rare screens, and hidden content can be shed light onto some more elusive questions in the FNaF universe. I'm hoping it talks about some of the Easter eggs in Curse of Dreadbear, like the It's Me thing, because we don't really know what that means. So I hope it talks about that, and maybe some more Easter eggs, like the Glitch Trap dancing on the hill, Dreadbear coming out of the lake. Those stuff might just be fun stuff, but it would be interesting to see if those tie into lore in any way. A comprehensive animatronics inventory and reproduced content from the Fazbear Entertainment Archive complete this compendium, helping fans bring their theories straight to the source. All the evidence, along with every detail of the games, books, and more, is laid out for fans to explore in this one-of-a-kind guide to the warped world. That's hard to say, man. The warped world of Five Nights at Freddy's. So yeah, I think it's going to be pretty interesting, just talking about the different aspects of the game, the Easter eggs, how it might tie into lore, stuff like that, stuff you might have missed. Probably not anything we might have missed. We probably know everything about all the Easter eggs and stuff like that, but it is going to be pretty interesting to see this stuff. Also, it said a animatronics inventory, so I guess it's going to talk about all the new characters, maybe some different design choices about them, how they can tie into the lore, stuff like that. I don't think there's a release date for this, so I really have no idea when this is going to be coming out. Like I said, sadly, there's not going to be Security Breach in it, so maybe we'll see it before Security Breach releases. Either way, I think it's pretty cool, and also, that's all the news we have today. If you want to subscribe, click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch some of my other videos, you can click these buttons over here, and I'll see you when we get some more news.